What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Firewood at the Furnace. This is your first Friday's video for the month of March 2024. Hard to believe we're almost a third of the way through this year already. Time is just flying, but I am ready for spring, and that's part of what we're going to be talking about today is what am I going to do? What am I going to do with a major change that I feel like is time to be done in this yard? A lot of you have been making suggestions to me, especially since the fellowship, and I've kind of been putting those ideas off, but some things have changed. I'm going to talk to you today about my reservations, my concerns, the financial burden that's going to come along with all of this, and what my ideas are. So I'm heavily dependent on your feedback in today's video. If you all have any experience with what we're going to talk about, or if any of you have ideas that I may not mention in this video, just give me a little bit of help and offer me your knowledge and expertise. So that's what we're getting into today. Make sure you stick around, and hopefully you can help me out. Well, Chris Stapleton sings a song about this, what am I gonna do? But it's about a woman and not a wood yard. So what am I gonna do has a lot to do with this right here. This has been a problem that I can almost feel like that I caused well before the fellowship started. But since the fellowship, I have been working several days a week to try to get this back in order. And what takes 4 or 5 days to start to see some progress can all be undone in about 20 minutes of a light rain shower. This has turned into nothing but a sponge here in this yard, and part of it is my fault, and I'm going to tell you what I think the reasons for that is right now. Some of you in the videos over the past couple of years have said that I've got one of the neatest and cleanest wood yards on YouTube. And I kind of pride myself on that a little bit. My mom likes to keep the rows nice and mowed in the summertime. In between, everything looks really nice. But over time, as the work continues to get done, I'm gradually losing control of this. And what I've been doing to try to combat it is laying down wood chips in my heavy traffic area right here in the front of the yard to kind of keep the mud down. Well, what happens is those wood chips eventually start to break down and decay and rot, and it just creates more and more mud. So I think I've put down about 3 layers, 3 different times I've put wood chips down in here, and it's just, like I said, become almost like a sponge. So what I need to do now is dig all of this out of here and do something different with the ground. So let me tell you what my ideas are, what some of my concerns are, and why I've kind of held out on this for a while, and then maybe you can offer me some advice. Is this not a beautiful pile of cherry logs laying behind me? I'm telling you, it's a great load that I got off a tree service job this past week. You might have saw a shorts video that I put out on. I think I posted a different video on Facebook as well. But we're going to be digging into this here real soon. I've been concentrating on bundle wood right now while the yard was drying out, but I've got to get things kicked back into gear with producing heating wood. I'd like to have this yard filled up by Easter, but we're kind of behind schedule a little bit right now based on my time spent working on this yard. But some of you have suggested to me in the past several weeks since the whole mud debacle began that I needed to put stone down or millings down or something hard like that. And my reservations, I've responded to a couple of the comments, my reservations have been just like this pile here. When I come in with a load of logs, I dump it right here in the yard next to the splitter. And my concerns with that was that when I dump these logs, if I have stone or millings down, those little stones are going to get embedded into the bark of these logs and make a nightmare for me running a saw. Some people I've talked to have said that, you know, once you get it compacted down and you get it rolled out nice and flat, you really don't have those concerns. So I'm at the point now where I think I need to give it a go. So what I need to do is dig about 3 or 4 inches of this basically mulch and wood chips out of the yard to get down to a little bit of a harder base, so I'm not putting stone right on top of these wood chips and this soft ground. Dig all this out, haul it out of here, and then put some stone down. Now my question is, do I need to put big stone down first and then like Crusher Run or CR6 over top of it? Crusher Run or CR6 is a smaller stone with some stone dust mixed into it, and what that does is allows it to pack and really get a hard surface, so that it's not just loose stone. So do I need to put big stone down first, then the Crusher Run on top, or can I just put like 4 or 5 inches of Crusher Run down and be done with it? I want to do it right the first time. I don't want to spend the money. We'll talk about that here in a second and what that's going to cost to get done and how much area I want to do, but I don't want to have to do it twice. I want to do it right the first time, and let me show you around and give you some dimensions on the area that I think I want to do this in. All right, so here you see the main part of the yard here where I do all my work. And what this is basically everything that I do right here up front. I haul the logs in. I cut the logs right down here next to the splitter. All the bundle wood is over here next to the IBC totes, and the axis is here along with the 1222. So everywhere here in the front, right here where I'm walking right now, is the part that I want to do stone on. And basically from the conveyor over here, where the main conveyor is on the 1222, all the way over to the edge of these IBC totes that I'm walking over to now, it's about 75 foot long. So from that conveyor to the IBC totes is 75 foot. And then width-wise, you've got from the side of the shed there to the front of the pallets over here is about 30 foot long. So 75 by 30 is what I need to do all in stone. Now, I haven't figured out how many tons of stone I'm going to need for that process yet, but I know it's going to be quite a bit. So if you think I need to dig all this, a few inches of this out first before I put the stone down, let me know. If you think I can put stone down right on top of this, let me know that too, but I don't think that's a good option. Because I know you can't see it through the camera, but even just walking on the dry part is bouncy, like sponge-like almost. So I think all this is going to have to come out of here. So it's not a giant area to do here, 75 foot long by 30 feet wide basically. But it's a good bit of stone that's going to have to go in here. And I'm thinking if I do it about 4 inches deep, it's going to definitely be more than one dump truck load. And I did some research with my boss, my buddy that I work part-time for, that has all the dump trucks. And right now, Crusher Run is going for right around $12 per ton. Now, if you do the math on that, and what I ended up doing is getting into a stone calculator app on my phone where you can put in the length, the width, the depth, and the cost per ton of stone, and it will kind of give you a little formula to use and tell you how much it's going to cost you and how much stone you need. I'll show it to you right here, and you can see that if you put in all the dimensions and stuff, it does the math for you. And we scroll down and you can see that it's going to cost anywhere from $450 to about $500 just in the stone. So that's a little bit of a bullet to bite into here, but I think in the long run it's going to be, I'm going to be better off, the yard will be better off, And Mom has already cleared the operation, so for those of you asking if she's going to be okay with it, she's good with it. So that's what's going on. Let me know what you think and give me any suggestions you have. That's going to be it for today. Hope you all enjoyed my little rant here, and hopefully I can get some good advice. So we will see you next Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock.